Hi, this is Zak Mir with the US penny stock highlights on Wednesday, the 19th of August. Starting off with AutoWeb, where we've had a clear break of this trend line there from back in December. That was basically versus the $2 level, and while we're above that, looking for a top of one-year trend channel target as high as $4.10 plus. Ideally, there's an end-of-day close today above the initial August resistance at $2.50, and that's the level to watch just for short-term traders, but above $2. Hopefully the recovery argument remains in place. Next stock is one that we haven't looked at before, Blonder Tongue, brilliantly named company, obviously. Here you can see that we've got the shares basically breaking through that old resistance from 2 years ago, almost exactly 2 years ago, so let's call it $1.75, and above that on an end-of-day close basis, we're looking to that resistance line there from 2018 up to $4.30. As you can see, the shares had a go earlier today at reaching the target in one day, but we've come back from there. But at least the $1.75 area, end-of-day close, that is the critical one over the course of the next 24 hours or so. Let's see how that works out. Onto a stock which is rather less hairy than that one, Blonder Tongue. We've got Genworth Financial, and here you can see that shares have broken above, previously last week they broke above the 50-day line, the blue line there, now at $2.40. Now they've broken that line of resistance from June at $2.60, and above $2.60 on an end-of-day close basis. We're looking for further upside, possibly at least up to the 200-day moving average at $3.50 at the moment. And then obviously after that, something maybe more ambitious, but $3.50 probably the best we can look to at the moment for Genworth. New stock again for this particular program, let's say, JanOne. Here we've got shares making rather choppy progress within a rising trend channel from September last year. We've got a sort of difficult bit of resistance here between $5 and $6, but probably an end-of-day close through the $6 band, and the shares would then be opening up to a potential move to the top of that rising trend channel as high as $9 over the next 6 to 8 weeks. I suppose, as well as the rising trend channel there, you've got a falling trend channel there, roughly versus the $5.40 level. So above $5.40 up to $9 should be the potential target on JanOne. Another stock which I haven't looked at before, which is Innodata. Here, a nice situation for the bulls in the sense that we've had a sort of vertical move. Real issue now, I suppose, is where to put the stop loss if you're trying to chase this higher. The old peak from the end of 2018 at $2.07 approximately, and so at least while we're above $2, looking for further upside, $2 on an end-of-day close basis. Just how high the shares could stretch while above $2 is shown by that April resistance line from last year, currently heading up towards $2.90. So above $2, potentially up to $2.90. After a few unknown stocks, we've actually got one which I covered just some days ago, or maybe even more recently than that, RigNet. Here you can see progress above the 200-day moving average at $3.30. At least while we're above that initial August resistance at $3.75 on an end-of-day close basis, we're looking for a top of February price channel as high as $5.50 as soon as the end of next month, and hopefully even this month for RigNet. Rare requested stock now, coming in the form of the next selection, Spartan Energy. Here we've got a situation where the shares are in I suppose they're in a positive consolidation after spiking up in July. The positive part is the rising 50-day moving average currently at $12.15, and the uptrend line from June at roughly the same level. But we really need to break that line of resistance from July, currently at $12.80, so an end-of-day close above $12.80. If you're not in the stock already, an end-of-day close above $12.80 would be the trigger for a move to $17 at the top of that rising July trend channel. Otherwise, support in the $12 area ideally would be held ahead of any move to the upside. Let's see if $12 holds. On to another stock which I have looked at a few times before in the past, Unum Therapeutics, or Unum Therapeutics even. Here we've got a triangle break via a gap, so that's encouraging. The trend line broken at $2.40, and above that we're looking for at least a retest of the July peak at $3.72, hopefully by the end of this month. If you're a big fan of the stock looking for a big target, then that line of resistance there at the top of the August 2019 price channel is currently heading towards $5.40. So above the $2.50 level, $5.40 the potential best case scenario target. If you're close to the market, you probably don't want to see the shares back below the 270 level, which is the floor of the latest gap to the upside. Last stock of the day coming up, and it is a repeat, which is normally a good thing. Vivo Power, you can see that shares hitting that resistance line target there from back in November 2018, so breaking $3.10, which is obviously quite handy. What's interesting here is we've overshot the runway in terms of the upside, and looking now for a higher target at the red line from the end of 2017. That's from September 2017. So a 3-year resistance line projection currently pointing around to the $5.60 level. So at this stage, above, at least while we're above $3, looking for $5.60 or so as soon as hopefully the end of next month. That's it from me today. More updates tomorrow.